All right.
Good evening to our listeners. Welcome to Off the Rails, which we are hoping will soon be switched to Way Off the Rails because of those that have been able to vote on our poll on Spotify. Today is episode number 13. And for anybody that is watching the video, you will see that we have a special guest here. This is our friend Diego, who as of right now has no idea what our topic is. But before we get into that, can somebody, do the thing?
I mean, where we start the intro? Start that intro?
I feel like we
Just
should
drop
probably
it.
start the intro, right?
I think
Maybe.
so.
Yeah,
a little bit.
We'll see.
All right.
Yeah, I guess you could drop it.
So again, everyone, welcome to Off the Rails. Today, our topic is actually going to be, and I'm going to just jump right in. I'm not even going to introduce you guys because by now you should know who we are. I'm Josh. That's Andrew. That's John. And this is our special guest, Diego. I don't even know why I said it because I already said that you're going to know who's who. Anyway, today's topic will actually be about music. It's something that we haven't actually touched on very much at all. And I think it's something that a lot of people obviously are extremely interested in. It's something that's important to, I would say, even a part of human nature is to be able to enjoy and create music. But before we get into that topic, Andrew, you have our ad, correct?
I do. And
Please,
honestly, this was the biggest coincidence, but it is about music. So
You're welcome.
sit back, get a large glass of hard alcohol, and buy this CD called Now That's What I Call Depression, Volume 1. It's basically songs from the 90s and early 2000s. You want to know why? Because right now, kids today, these are like their golden oldies. So you want to listen to Miami by Will Smith, where he's talking about Welcome to Miami, where the players play, but nowadays he's talking about family problems all the time. Go for it. You want to listen to Jumpin' by Destiny's Child? My knees don't work like that anymore. I'm not jumping anywhere. And, NSYNC tearing up my heart, that's a medical condition. You need to go to a doctor. So listen, Now That's What I Call Depression, Volume 1 is on cassette. It's on CDs. And I guess if you want to be like a child, you can stream it. It's available everywhere. So yeah, that's what I
will there
call
be
depression.
You've gone a long way,
vinyls?
or you haven't.
There's some vinyls too out there.
Will there be vinyls? Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's
Wow.
my ad for the week.
That's fantastic. I'm actually very excited for that. I've been waiting for that for a long time. I actually was making my own playlist for a while, so it's nice that they'll actually be putting something together now. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for acquiring the rights to Now That's What I Call Depression. Yeah, that's actually very exciting. I will probably be buying the first CD or cassette. And for anybody who doesn't know what a cassette is, if you've ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy, that's what Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, listens to music on. It's a little rectangle thing.
With
100%. But just in case we have new listeners. So anyway, again, today's topic is about music. So to just jump straight in, I wanted to ask you guys, what is your favorite genre of music? And honestly, if it's easier, you could say more than one.
I'll say like alternative hard rock. Yeah, the hybrid.
I like it.
Yeah,
Andrew?
Wasn't expecting that. Probably rap.
Gangsta rap.
I mean, there's a lot of subgenres in there. Probably not gangster rap, really. More like the lyrical stuff. You know,
He's
Alright,
not out here trapping, Josh.
yeah.
Next
yeah.
time.
He's not in these streets.
As for his ad, he listed out NSYNC and Destiny's Child and and Will Smith.
Will
I don't.
Smith,
Yeah,
he's a
I don't
rapper.
think. I don't think he's going for the hard stuff.
Yeah, no.
And so Diego, as our guest, I probably should have asked you first, but you're going to be last since you're new.
It's fine. That's a hard pause question to ask. I would probably at least like a trifecta if I can.
Perfect. Yeah. Trinity.
More surrounding like R&B, hip hop, and the reason I would probably say R&B a little bit more because R&B kind of branches out to all types of stuff. If you put like 80s R&B hits, 90s R&B hits, most of them aren't really just slow songs. They're also like party songs too. Like I would probably lean towards that, and Spanish music, of course.
Of course. For anybody that doesn't know, Diego is, and for our listeners out there, he is very attached to his culture, and he is actually Mongolian. So that's not what he is at all. I just wanted to make up something. But yeah. And for myself, I actually
the Who, they're Mongolian. It's for you. Josh,
for myself, I would say I'd probably be similar to John, where it's a bit more rock, alternative kind of thing. But I would say throughout my life, that's definitely changed. It's kind of like always just been just moving. But I was going to ask you guys, do you know how many genres of music there actually are? You guys want to try to list out a couple that you can think of?
Well, you know how like Spotify does that year-end in review thing? And like now every time I look at it, they have like so many subgenres that I'm just like, I have
well, don't worry about subgenres yet. Just stick with the standards. How many do you think there would be?
180.
So you're saying 20.
Wildly different. Wildly different.
Andrew said 20. John said 80. Diego, what do you think? What do you think the number would be?
Okay, go ahead.
Probably 50.
Okay. And John, what were you going to say?
Like,
he's going right in the middle.
This is like the Price is Right? 51. 51.
If you're including in Alaska.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I've obviously, music stretches across, multiple languages, multiple countries. So but I still feel like, I guess it would probably fall into like a sub-genre category where other countries would have their own subgenres or their own genres separate from us here in the States. So I feel like that's why it would be that much higher.
Gotcha.
Went that high, but you cut out. You said don't include subgenres, so I was like, it's lower then. That's why I went 20.
Yeah,
but again, that might be wrong.
if we were playing The Price is Right, our winner would have been Diego. The number that I looked up, it says that it is 41.
Oh,
41 genres, which is insane because it's like when I think of genres of music, it's like rap, R&B, hip hop, country, rock and roll,
American stuff.
Yeah, like it's just like, okay, yeah, so that was 7.
There's only 7 of them.
Yeah, so that's everything. But then how many, now we're going to include subgenres. How many do you think there actually are?
400. Going high on that one.
John's going to go 8,000.
No, I'm going to go 175.
What the weird numbers?
Oh, wait, so Andrew, what was your number again?
6.5.
I said 400.
400. This guy's 177.
177.
I'll say 250.
250.
Oh, I was gonna say 250.
I'm gonna stick with 400. I feel good about this. Let's go. I feel good about it. 400.
So
big money.
I know good at numbers. So I don't know who wins this. The actual number of subgenres comes out to 337. So who's closer,
You said 400
and
you said
250.
Okay, 400 minus what?
It was 400. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
to get to
minus
250, that's one
300
over
what?
120. 337.
337. So he's 63 off, right?
Oh, snap.
And I was
I think
250.
I win then.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
337.
Correct.
337.
This guy's going to
minus-
be like, I said 250, and somehow I'm exact.
Yeah. Andrew.
That's closer.
Good for you, Andrew.
was closer.
Do you know what you win?
Bad. Nothing.
You win a signed copy of Now That's What I Call Depression.
Yes.
I will personally sign it for you.
Come a long way.
I'll buy that off
or
of you.
maybe you
I'll
have
buy
it.
that off of you
Yeah.
for $3,000.
I have volume 1. Josh has volume 2. It's okay.
The very first one ever made.
That's right. That's right. So actually, along with that ad that Andrew had shared, it is kind of wild how much music can affect our mood. Do you guys have different playlists that are made for certain moods? I know John's already, for those that are not watching but are listening, John already has a smile on his face like, yeah, no, I got mad playlists for mad moods. Yeah. So John, what would you say is your most prolific mood for music? If that's a correct way to say a question. Words.
Prolific mood from you. Like, so what?
Like if
what are
you
saying?
like
what?
how often, like, do you go more towards let's say sad? Is it more hype music, stuff that'll get you like angry, things that are for workout, or is it like romance?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Forever
I don't know
Alone.
what you
Always.
do. I don't know. Guys,
Crying in
guys
the tub,
lighting
like
candles
Spider-Man.
by himself in his room. I don't know.
Put on some Sade. Sade. That was weird.
Whoa.
No, I honestly, I'd say it's pretty split between like, I'll say like mood music as in encompassing like, you know, it's like sad music or angry music, you know, just music like in your feelings. I'd say it's pretty split between that and then like hype music, because like today on my way home from work, blasting hype music the whole way down, like just having a concert in my car. And then like, you know, sometimes I'll be driving to work in the morning, I'll just be like, oh, maybe I'll just take this turn off this bridge real quick.
Splash.
So you were listening to Now That's What I Call Depression. There's a disclaimer at the bottom of that. Don't listen while driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not listen
not
to
operate
operating a motor
heavy-
vehicle.
There it
Heavy
is.
Do
machinery.
not
Okay.
listen 5 minutes away from sending a text message to your girlfriend.
Oh snap! Yep, that's too real.
Yikes. Okay.
That's
Whoa.
too real.
Whoa.
Ex-girlfriend.
Please move on quickly.
Yeah. What do I say? Now, Andrew, for anybody that doesn't know you, what would be your go-to music for, you know, to express your moods?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the day. Usually while I'm working, it's
Death metal.
no, I was gonna say it's a lot of lo-fi stuff. You just go to if you just go to like YouTube and just like Zelda lo-fi has
Mhm.
honestly been
Chill
like
cow.
a repeat. Yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like it's just the most random stuff. But yeah, like I have
Now, I'm
different
not trying to be
playlists.
difficult, Andrew, but can you try to describe what lo-fi is to anybody that doesn't know what that is? And you don't have to do it by yourself. Like if, you know, if the guys want to help, they're welcome to as
I
well.
mean, there's really no lyrics, right? It's usually
Mhm.
just a beat. It's a little bit, I guess, slower kind of music.
Mhm.
I don't really know how to describe it.
All
like a
right,
very-
I would
it's like a very
say
subdued beat.
maybe it's our modern day Mozart type of music where people will listen to classical to concentrate, or you're at work, you're at your
Oh,
desk,
nice.
and you're gonna
That's a good way
be
to
sitting
put it.
listening to this for 8 hours, and you gotta do a lot of numbers, paperwork, whatever you gotta do. Lo-fi is our modern day version of those piano playing classics.
That's a
Yo,
very good.
this
way to
guy
put it.
this
knows
is why-
his stuff, dude.
This is why I wanted Diego for this topic. Specifically, I wanted Diego to be on for music because
Yo, are we?
since What?
Are we nice, dude? We have experts on our podcast. Did we make it? I think we made it, guys. I think we made it. We're here.
No, like honestly, from the short period of time that I've known Diego, that is something that has immediately been something that I know he is very passionate about is music. And it's like like everybody, I enjoy music. But with Diego, it's genuinely, it's a part of him. It's a part of who he is. This guy has always got music going. And if you play music that isn't good, then you're dead in his eyes. You know?
There isn't anything that's not good.
My Little Pump soundtrack isn't good. Like
Lil Pump.
I don't listen to him. Like your face just went down. I was like, no, I really don't.
Did Diego just leave? Oh, okay, he left. Oh.
I will have to say
You hear the AOL like door slam.
Many. If anybody that's younger has no idea what that means, that's amazing.
I will say that like the second time that I ever hung out with Diego, I remember we went to a bar and like the bar music, like the music in the bar was like very subpar. And this guy was just not having a good time. He was like, yo, like what is this trash music, man? Like, yo, like give me the aux, like let me take care of this. This is straight trash right now.
Wait, is that when I sang karaoke?
No. It was that night, but it was
that night, but at the bar in Mayapack.
Yeah.
Wait.
Uncorked?
I see now. I feel
I don't know what
out.
it's called, but on the water. The one that we went to, like the last one.
That one, yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys have video of Josh singing karaoke? Because
yeah,
okay.
We have it.
Nice.
Yeah, I sang
Nice.
Kryptonite, right? By Three Doors Down. Yeah.
That was his number one fan.
Yeah, hit my own.
That was legendary. That was
okay.
weird.
Can I ask a question then? Not to
see ya.
Oh wow. Oh.
The timing was perfect.
That timing was perfect. Yeah. Show me a soda.
No questions.
Yeah, please do.
Question for the guys, if I can ask questions.
Please, by all means.
What is or are your genre or genres that you find either repulsive or is just pretty much your least favorite?
Country. I can answer that immediately. I don't like country, like at all. Like I tried. Like I like trying. Like I have a lot of different playlists with a lot of different genres of music. I just can never get into country. I don't know. Just wasn't for me. Like there's, I think maybe one song, and it was because there was a rapper in there also, and I was like, okay, I like it. But like by itself,
the Florida Georgia line with Nelly.
It might have been, honestly. Who knows? I really don't remember. It's not even like a favorite song or anything. It's just like I know there's at least one that I'm like, okay. Yeah, country's not really my thing.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think I have a genre. I guess I might have one that maybe is like my least favorite that I don't like explore a lot of music in it. But I try to stay like pretty open with, like listening to new music, trying to hear new stuff. But I would see. I have to look, Josh, while you give your answer, I'm gonna look to see what's my like least favorite.
What I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna send you guys that site that I found that had all the subgenres and all that stuff, so you can scan through it real quick, because that actually just helped me. I'm not really into the whole like K-pop scene that's happening, like with the Korean like pop stars and all that kind of stuff. Like that's cool, like do your thing, but it does nothing for me. Like I don't know, they just sound like they're all Hello Kitty characters. I don't know.
There's a couple.
I was thinking it might just be
so we
because you
just
don't
lost
like
all of the East.
I know, really
no, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, to our Germany listener out here, yo, what's up, my man?
I still hate you for your impression.
And now he hates us more.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it just because you don't understand what they're saying?
Well, I mean, what's that? There's that big like band now, the
BTS.
Korean. Yes, they're everywhere, and they sing tons of songs in English and all that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know, like I'm just kind of like, yeah, but you know, we have our own boy bands, and Backstreet Boys killed it back in the day, you know, so like back off, you know.
Oh,
We don't have any boy bands anymore, but yeah. What were you gonna say, John?
No, well, the
We're the
last
Jonas
one was, like,
Brothers.
Jonas Brothers or something like that. Right? Yeah, Jonas.
Yes,
last
Jonas
boy band? No,
Brothers.
like One Direction.
Jonas Brothers.
Oh, One
Oh, well,
Direction.
I mean, one
Jonas and One
Around
Direction
the same time, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
There's probably like a couple other like,
but they were a
ones.
little bit more like rock pop, like pop
Yeah.
rock.
No, I was gonna say like I do have a couple K-pop songs on my phone, but like BTS, I don't know if you can't see it because it's too bright, but
Yep.
Right.
it's called BTS Cypher 4, and it was shown to me by a friend, and it slaps. I have no idea what they're saying, but it slaps. So, yeah, I actually I wouldn't even say like it has to do with the music per se. It's more of like the industry and the culture around K-pop that's kind of like a turn off for me. Like I like.
What do you mean?
Like seeing
Explain
like
that.
their fans interact, like seeing their fans interact online.
Oh,
It's like like I don't
Like
want to be
there
part of this.
was
Too
like
much.
a little much, kind of.
Like a little
Kinda,
cultish
yeah.
or obsessive.
Yeah, very.
But
like,
isn't that that's like
very
our,
obsessive?
But that's like our boy bands, right? Back
No,
in the
but
day,
they're
like,
it's like exponentially more so. Like full on like stalking and.
Do
like,
you not
it's-
remember like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys back in the day? It was
Well,
it was
back
like
in the
that.
day, yeah, but we don't really have anything like that.
No, I know,
now.
not right now. Yeah,
think
so that's
so,
why I
but-
feel like they're also big because like we don't have that anymore. Like,
But
there's
there's a lot of like K-pop groups over there. Like
no,
a
I know,
lot.
I know. It's like a whole, it's a business. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never personally, I don't think I've ever even listened to a K-pop song other than the Gangnam Style. Like that was a hit. Like that song did slap. Like you hear it, you'll do the whole like dance.
Opa,
Like,
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Like it was just such a ridiculous. It was like a parody song that it was like
and it was
fun
glorious.
to watch or listen to. But I've
The
never
music video was
listened to a
amazing, yeah.
K-pop group ever. As far as like Asian, like East, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, all of those type of Asian countries, or I would probably, honestly, I used to listen to a lot of anime theme songs. Like I used to just, or a producer named Nujabes, who was like, Nujabes was okay. If anybody has
Dude,
ever
it's
watched,
fine. You just
anime,
made that
which is
name up.
probably
We
just
get it.
Andrew. But anyone who's ever watched Samurai Champloo, the soundtrack was Nujabes, who was a very famous producer. His beats were like the lo-fi before lo-fi became a thing, and they were the dopest beats. And when you're watching the action or the slow scenes and all, just the music was just so perfect for everything. Unfortunately, he died in an accident, but that was like the most I've ever listened to from like the Asian side of things.
Oh, anime sound, like I'm looking at that list you sent. Apparently, anime is considered a genre.
Its
And
own
Disney
genre,
is
yeah.
Disney is its own genre too. But yeah, like
Disney is
anime, like soundtracks, I would listen to all the time. Like video game soundtracks, I listen to. You know, just it's great.
So
TV show
that
soundtracks.
actually, that's a great transition, because I was gonna ask you guys, because we've been mainly discussing, you know, music that involves like bands or artists or anything like that, but soundtracks are kind of big now. I feel like they're like, that's kind of has its own following in a way. When another movie comes out, it's not just the bands and artists that played music over the movie. It's its own original soundtrack is released as
100%.
well. And that's
think
amazing.
I think that's coming back though. Like I think
Yeah.
for a good 15 years, we haven't had good movies, because I feel like that was part of what we used to watch growing up, whether it was an 80s
Mhm.
movies, a 90s movie. Like movies used to have soundtracks, and like think of like Aaliyah,
old
Try
Disney.
Again, when she had Are You That Somebody? She had Nutty Professor like scenes on the music video,
That's
like
true.
as she's dancing. Like movies back then used to be that was the full package. It was a great movie and great soundtrack. Like I feel like the fact that it's coming back, I'm actually happy about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we were
you're
lacking that
you're
for a
right.
while.
I'm actually saying in the instrumental kind of stuff, like the orchestra,
or the orchestral.
rather
Oh, so
than
just like-
yeah. No, but you're
okay.
you're 100% right, because I feel like I remembered like Space Jam had its own soundtrack with like
Yeah,
that,
which
like
is
dude,
amazing.
that
And
was
Rush Hour.
yo, that was a
So
hot album.
You're basically talking about the score, which is different than the
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
the word we needed. Thank you so much, Andrew. You get another copy of Now That's What I Call Depression.
Volume 3.
I think anything outside John Williams, if you're listening to the score, then that's pretty new. Yeah, because John
Yeah.
Williams, any Star Wars, Jurassic Park, I'll listen to that.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer.
Dude,
Hans
Hans
pretty
Zimmer,
good.
man. When with
No, it's Hans Zimmer, not Zimmerman.
you
didn't kill a kid
so
with a
annoying.
movie.
You're
We're
so
not
annoying.
doing that.
With Inception, when that came out, oh mama, that was
Okay, but like,
dope.
is that something
Also-
that you would listen outside of the movie? Because I feel like
Oh,
that
100%.
one-
I own
Yeah.
that album. I own the Transformers score. I own Batman Begins, Dark Knight. Like those are
Man of
just
Steel.
Man of Steel. Oh,
That Man of Steel arcade from the Man of Steel soundtrack, Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. Just
masterpiece.
it's beautiful.
Absolute.
The only other time I
masterpiece.
can picture listening to Hans Zimmer, especially Batman, is if I'm working out. Like that would get me hyped.
I can
Mhm.
see that.
Like that,
I can 100% see that.
and I'm like doing pull-ups. Like, Rachel, you know, like, I'll go hard.
Where is she?
These guys.
Where were the other drugs going?
Just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good.
Just freaking everybody out in the gym. They're like, what is this guy?
He's doing
over here
squats.
Where are the 45s?
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
amazing.
That would
Absolutely
be
amazing.
great. I think that needs to be a video that's made. Where are the 45s? It's gonna be done by somebody.
The guy in the full Batman suit in the gym working out.
Oh, you just killed him. You got him. You got him. Oh,
Oh man.
amazing. So along the lines of a score and the orchestral soundtrack, did you guys ever play any instruments growing up?
Clarinet.
The record.
I'm sorry,
That
say
was
one more
weird,
time.
right? That was
The
weird.
record-
Yeah.
That was the
Clarinet.
first, everyone's first.
Clarinet. Clarinet, man. Why are you looking at me weird
Wow.
like that?
I had no idea of that. No idea.
That's
That's
when you
the
get down with
recorder.
the tootly toot toot.
No, that's a flute.
That's a flute. I
Clarinet
totally
is-
It was
held
a
that.
joke. It was a joke. It was a.
Yeah.
Well, everyone had a recorder as a kid. Like,
Everybody had a
Oh,
recorder
yeah.
first.
Still
yeah.
have a recorder.
I don't even know why.
I gave my children a recorder.
Do you regret that? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like no?
Yo, I could
Like the
play.
recorder is it pains your ears.
And I'm
Okay.
like trying to learn it too.
Guy plays the
No, I
mess
could
out of
play-
hot cross buns.
Yeah, dude.
Crossbones was the song.
Best hot cross buns player North America of all time.
Every
Right here.
child knows how
Right
cross
here.
buttons.
Where's that recording? I'm about to play
Yeah.
it right now.
Oh my gosh,
Get G
insane.
with the recorder real quick.
Yeah, no. it's
So
clarinet
so you were
till, like, high
clarinet.
school. Yeah.
John, did you ever
Did.
play anything besides the recorder?
Besides the recorder, no. I've always wanted to, but never have.
What would you be interested in playing?
Um,
I could see you being into that dirty sax.
See, the weird thing was at my high school, like the sax definitely would be cool, but like at my high school, they wouldn't let you play the sax unless you like had lessons outside of school. Like for some reason, the sax and like
Interesting.
the drums, for like the sax, the drums, I think there might have been one other instrument. They're like you had to have had lessons outside, and then you can play in the band.
That's
with that.
nuts.
But there was like one kid who did.
Wow.
But the rest of us were like, we could just start. I was like, that's weird. I was like, so the rest of us, we could just pick up like a trumpet and just go, but like a sax is different. Like, I don't know.
I played sax in middle school.
This guy.
Snap. He actually did play the
That's
saxophone.
the only one.
In case anybody just heard that, that was not actually a fly going past his microphone. That was him making a saxophone noise that was very, very quiet. Oh my gosh. Did you play any other instruments, Diego?
Trumpet. That was, and like my dad was a what we call a conguero, which is the guy that plays the congas. So he used to like give me little lessons on that. But that was it. That was the most of an instrument. I wish if I had any instruments, it would be either a guitar or piano. Either one. I wish.
Piano's been big for me recently. Like I would love to learn how to play piano.
I got my parents to buy me a keyboard when I was younger, but like I didn't have any lessons, so like it was me just messing around on it for a while. Like we had it for a long time, but I never actually learned how to play it.
And just like changing the sounds, so it's just like,
yeah,
hey.
Just a lot of messing around with it.
Yeah. Understood. For myself, I played trumpet from like late elementary all the way through high school, but absolutely hate the trumpet. For anybody that enjoys the trumpet, you're wrong. And I took piano lessons for probably like 5 or 6 years. But I feel like it's one of those things that you appreciate later on as an adult. And even if you've heard that before, or like adults said that to you when you were growing up, like, you're going to wish you knew piano when you're older. And it's like, okay, shut up, mom. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is super boring. But now I really wish I had stuck with it, because
for sure.
I've definitely lost any sort of ability that I did have with it. Like I remember playing like the Godfather theme song on the piano and just like, dude, it was hot. It was hot. What can I say? But I also taught myself how to play harmonica, which was pretty weird and awesome.
Interesting.
Like, who teaches
some jailhouse songs? guys is on his porch just
I went through a phase where I really wanted to buy an ocarina, obviously because of the game.
Of course. Yep.
And I was like, I want to learn it, and I want to be so nice at it that I can play anything, and people won't call me a nerd. People will just be like, whoa, this guy can play.
This guy's legit.
Yeah. Legit nerd. Nice.
I'll say one of my proudest moments. My dad had this acoustic guitar that was like missing like 2 strings, but I by sound, because your boy's just that good. By sound only, I could play the Imperial March from Star Wars.
Can you just give us a run through of what that sounds like?
It's like boom, 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 boom. So it's like 3 notes.
Okay, so like one of the simplest noises in the world.
All right, but shut up though. but shut up, right?
Like, I also didn't know how to play guitar, but I could play like the intro to James Bond. Bing, 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 bing.
I did used to be able to play Duel of Fates on the clarinet, but like now I don't think I can even read sheet music. Like, it's been so long. Like, I don't know if I even remember.
Hey Josh.
Yeah.
I need you to go grab your harmonica and go stage a jailbreak. All right. Kick rocks. Guys, rude.
Yo, Jailhouse Rock is a dope song.
Okay, but that is true though.
So you have like a ukulele somewhere in my apartment. I don't know why I bought it. You know why I bought it?
So you saw it, felt like, I need to have this, and it's in your apartment.
It was early in the pandemic. I was like,
I mean, this is
Ukulele.
recent. You bought this
Yeah.
recently.
Shut up.
Wow.
It just sat there. It just sat there. I don't even know why I bought it.
Is it like a cover for your CIA thing? Like, is there a gun
100%,
inside of it,
yeah.
or
Oh, yo,
Well,
that's actually
yeah.
pretty
So
cool,
like they were gonna assign me to this job, but like
Uh-huh.
I couldn't learn it. They were like, yeah, we're gonna give it to somebody else. So
like the job or
imagine
the
being-
ukulele? You
Both.
couldn't learn. Oh,
Imagine
Yeah.
being that bad of an agent.
I know,
jeez.
right?
And still being paid millions. Unbelievable.
Well, the thing was like I bought it, but like I didn't get time off from work like during the early because like I can work from home. So like I was still
Mm.
working. So I was just
They
like,
wouldn't give you time off to learn the ukulele.
I know, right? That's messed up. I could have came back to the office and been like, "Look,
he
look at me."
requested many times, guys, please. I just need a couple
You
of
will
weeks.
enjoy me playing this during meetings. Like I will just show up. We'll be talking about like some new stuff, and I'll be playing the ukulele. It's gonna be great. And they were just like, "No, yeah, it happens."
Oh
Going
my
in a different
gosh.
direction.
Yeah, out of control. So since we're losing Diego because he wants nothing to do with this, I'm seeing on his face. I was gonna ask you, Diego, what are some of the earliest memories you have of music and when you really started to connect with it? Or like who was somebody that, obviously I know the answer to this, but who's someone that's an artist or a
two
musician?
people. Two people, I would say, or three. Obviously, Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was more than just the music, it was the videos and the VHS recordings we had of everything, and it was just the whole thing. That was one. Second one, you guys are not going to recognize, but this is actually a very, it's like at my heartstrings type of music because it just reminds me of a time when all of me and my siblings were in the house and my dad was actually home, living at home, and like all of that. It's this Dominican artist, so it was merengue, bachata. He did a little salsa. His name is Juan Luis Guerra, and he had like an album that is till this day my favorite album of all time. That and Thriller, and the third would be Prince.
Oh,
because he was
The solid list.
is just ridiculous. Those would be my three top influences.
Wow.
Music-wise.
I need to
let me just
rework my
interject.
list immediatally.
Yeah, let me just interject real quick, Josh, because we had this conversation before, and it was that same night that we went bar hopping.
Yes.
Diego, favorite Michael Jackson song?
Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Billie Jean.
No,
all the
just
way.
undisputed
That
Billie Jean.
and Thriller. And Thriller is my childhood favorite because that was the video. I remember being too scared to watch it, but we recorded the VHS. It was a special, and it was the making of it and the actual video. And like I remember watching the making of it and how they choreograph and all that, and then like the makeup, the eye contacts, and how hard it was to put it on his eyes. That's why at the end it's
like when he was like the werewolf thing?
Yeah.
Or the zombie.
And I remember the werewolf part. It was just the werewolf part when he started transforming. He was too scary for me.
Yeah, man.
But the video itself, like just the way it sounds, all of the instruments involved. It wasn't like today where everything is quantized and all these computer sounds. There was like actual like percussion played by hand, and like that will be probably like my childhood favorite. But Billie Jean is my overall favorite because I just remember watching this dude on, like literally just move in a way that nobody has ever seen before and hear a sound that people have never heard before.
I remember Thriller because like we had gathered around the TV to watch the premiere. And like that, I don't know why our parents let us watch that because like that was not for kids. Like it's kind of scary.
That's scary.
Yeah, like that was classic.
Yeah, wow. That's like I honestly don't know what to do now because I don't want to save my people.
Nope, you gotta go. Your turn. Go for it.
Do it.
Like, I don't even have a top 3 right now. Like, I was just kind of gonna be like, oh, people that I really enjoy listening to. But now it's
Justin
like that was a
Bieber
solid list, and he has like emotional connections to an entire album. Like, I'm just like, oh, I like now that's what I call depression.
Music noises. I like the music noises that they
Yeah,
make.
I like the
I like to listen to them in my house.
Kids Bop, you like Kids Bop?
Oh, yo, Kids Bop slaps though.
No way. Wait, did you guys buy that? John, come on.
Bop?
Hey, this is a
No.
safe place.
There's
This is
a
gonna
few.
stay just between us.
Kids Bop? No, my mom was an avid. Now that's what I call
Now that's
music.
what I call
Yeah.
music.
No,
Yeah,
that's
for sure, I
100%
remember
real.
that.
It's like
Yeah,
she had a
so
subscription service.
You
Before
guys
subscription
haven't
services
answered
were a
that
thing.
question though, like your childhood, So let's go down the list.
All right, let's,
I mean-
all right, so Josh, because he's nervous
Yeah,
about
go
his.
for it, Josh.
All right, so like,
Josh
are
is-
we going with like childhood influences or like people that like meant something to you growing up?
You asked the question where it was like your earliest memories of
Yeah.
someone that you connected with music wise,
Mhm.
right?
So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Honestly, I would say I like my earliest memories of music are listening to like 50s and 60s stuff. My parents were super big
Sinatra.
into oldies and like wow, I can't even think of anybody because I'm nervous and I'm on the spot. Imagine I had prepared for my topic.
Should have had a drink, man.
Yeah. That's exactly what I
Steady
needed.
those nerves,
Would have calmed down a little bit.
Where's the Riesling? at?
Say less. So 50s and 60s music really is like so important to me. Like it's something that I will always be connected with. Yeah, please, John. I see a question.
No, I've heard of 50 Cent, but who's 60 Cent?
You're such an idiot. You're such an idiot.
That was the most Gen Z question I've ever heard.
So
Also, because
do we
you
shut this
connect to
down
50s
now, or
I think so. But I do have a question. So you connect to 50s and 60s. Do you think kids are like nowadays are gonna be like, I connect with the 90s and the
Yes,
2000s?
100%, and it's super irritating.
I was
and
born
I
in
hate
the
it.
wrong. I was born in the wrong
Diego's face.
generation.
Yeah.
It
I wish I was born in
because
the 90s.
It hurts because I was like raised in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, but
Mhm.
raised in the 90s. And like I connect with that music so much, but it
Mhm.
just doesn't feel like it's that far away.
No, dude,
yeah.
it's insane. It's insane.
90s is 20
But
plus
yeah,
years
well,
ago.
that will have to be a discussion for another time because that'll bring us down a rabbit hole. But I will say somebody that I
More depression.
always
Depression Volume 3.
always connect with and think is incredible is Nat King Cole.
Mhm.
For myself, I have always really been interested in vocals. So I think, instrumental stuff is incredible and bands and all that stuff, but vocals has always been something that's always stood out to me. And Nat King Cole, like this guy,
Mhm.
just so awesome. And because of, I think from my dad especially, he was very big into Motown and disco and like all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But also Sam Cooke. Sam
Mm.
Cooke is
Oh,
dude, untouchable. So like
That's
those are
definitely
like
deep cuts.
my like memories ones, but I like my favorite people to listen to is going to be like Weezer and Muse and stuff like that. So I don't know if I just
Sum
ruined
41,
my
yeah. I
But
want
this
to
guy
ask
called me out so hard.
because I want Andrew and John to answer the same question we answered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to tap in really quick, side off rail, not way off, right? But
So off though.
you and John's love for like the alternative rock and I feel like, or let me ask the question:
Oh,
do
here
you
we go.
think it's really just that rock from that time, like the 90s, 2000s? Because I feel like rock after the early 2000s became like total straight garbage, like just trash. Like I've never heard anybody else do even Linkin Park, like just after Meteora was like, and then Transformers movie.
John's offended by that because he loves Linkin Park.
Snap! Oh snap!
John is
Oh
super
snap!
offended by that.
I'm a Linkin Park is on my wall. Like that's Meteora, right? Hold on, let me put my finger right. That's Meteora right there.
Yeah.
Like Linkin Park is the reason why I got past.
Do you see him? Do you see him? He's mad.
Still hasn't recovered.
But I wouldn't completely say it's not even really for me anyway. This question, but like I wouldn't say it's completely fell off. It's just harder to find.
Wait, no, kick rocks.
I was just saying like rock music. I was just saying rock music is harder to find.
So to
good,
steal
but
our
like
shine,
it's still
Josh.
out there. It's still out there. But
You're
continue,
no,
go.
yeah, I completely agree. It definitely the quality of rock music, it has definitely declined, and it's definitely a lot. Like again, and obviously, Linkin Park is hands down. Like for my list, it would be Linkin Park. Like nothing else.
Me too, rock-wise, yeah.
Comes close. No, I'm saying like just of all time. Like for me, that's what I grew up with.
So he's
And
answering
the
that other
fusion-
question.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like the fusion of the two between rap and hard rock and alternative. Like it was you got like different blends of genres from one band. And then from there, like I went and branched out and started listening to like different people. But yeah, no, 100%. Like the quality of rock music, quality of most genres, honestly, has gone down.
I honestly think Linkin Park is in this. A lot of people are going to disagree, but I think it's the greatest rock band of all time.
It's all right, Diego. We don't have a lot of listeners, so it's okay.
So it's just, I grew up. My father was a very big. How do you say it, Josh? Well, let's not, listeners and stuff. But he was kind of like an activist type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And back in the 70s with the Panthers and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, T'Challa.
Yeah. So all of that, I was very away. I was very away from rock and stuff. And when people used to listen to rock, I used to think like, oh, that's this kind of
that's like
music,
the man kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That rules the world. So, and then it was like, some friends were like, listen to this. And it was like, oh, it's rap, so that mixture was just like amazing. So would you say, John, that's your earliest influence, or like basically the answer to me and Josh's question? Is that the band that stands out to you, or the 100%, artist?
Like, because my first album that I had heard was Reanimation, which is the remix. For anybody who doesn't know, Reanimation, the album by Linkin Park, is a remix album of their first debut album, Hybrid Theory. And I think that's also when Brandon was first introduced to it. He listened to Points of Authority, which is the second track.
The video was
was the second track off the album, and he was from that moment he was done
with the Gundam on the cover of the album.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, man,
I think it's right there. Yeah, I'll grab it in a second. But yeah, so just from like pretty much wanting to be like him, as every younger brother wants to. What's it called? I don't know. I inherited that love of Linkin Park from him. So I wouldn't say every album. I would say 90% of their albums I can listen to from start to finish. All the filler tracks in between, like the instrumental stuff, I can listen to all of that from start to finish. It has a
I think what changed my opinion on Linkin Park was when they got rid of their manager. Their manager was hard on them, and they couldn't stand him. But the first two albums, Hybrid Theory, Meteor, Reanimation,
so good.
He was, and I still have the Meteor. See, I went to Tower Records in the city in a long line to buy Meteora. Okay, bye. So anyway, I went on a long line to buy Meteora, and I has the video CD of the making of their album. Like, they can't stand his manager. And I just remember the manager was like, well, they may not like me, but I want an album that you can play from start to finish, and you're not going to skip tracks, and you're going to listen to it 30 years later. And 30 years later,
which
I'm
is
still
actually
listening
nuts.
to
Like,
their-
you're thinking about it. Yeah, that was
their
20 years ago,
Reanimation
dude.
was going to be on my wall, but my first memory of buying.
John
I
is
still have
holding
that
up
too.
Reanimation.
This is
And-
Brandon's CD, obviously, but
Yeah,
I still
that's
have that.
artwork, dude.
And now
Dude.
we're up to Andrew. So Andrew, earliest.
Oh, actually, I just very
Question.
quickly with the question you had asked about rock
right. Josh
music
never
now.
answered that.
Just very quickly, there is a band right now that makes music now that I think is amazing, and their name is Royal Blood. These guys,
Scary.
I like royalty. Like, you come on, man. And like I think they're awesome. They just came out with a new album called Typhoons this year. It just I personally think all of their albums are really awesome. I think it's just two guys, but they have a really awesome sound, and I would recommend.
You mean
checking
two
them out.
singers?
I think it's just a drummer and a guitar with the guy playing guitar. At least that's the two people that are
bass
only
guitar.
on the cover.
Yeah, there's only two people in the
Yeah.
when you look them up, it's only two guys there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they probably have, obviously background stuff or
Other
whatever,
people.
but
Right.
yeah.
I've been listening to Ginger. There, I don't know the difference between rock and metal, but I think they're more metal. But they're pretty good. As far as that question though, I think it's kind of like my parents' music, right? Like what they listen to, because like for kids in the 90s, music wasn't as readily available for us. It was either on TV, maybe like MTV actually played music, you listen on there, or
Yo, Andrew, you
LimeWire
90?
or something.
You 90? This guy's like, back when MTV used to play music on there. Blah, blah.
I
Like,
know.
dude, come on. Don't
Don't-
age us
he's
so
right.
don't
much.
play music
He's right.
anymore.
No, he's
he's
not
right.
wrong, but don't age us so much, man.
Well,
But so it was harder for us to like listen to music ourselves. It's mostly like radio play, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
like a lot of stuff, so you like whatever you hear on the radio and stuff like that. But like my dad has so many records, he still does, and it's like definitely a lot of reggae. Like as far as like an artist, which this might be like, I don't know, kind of typical, but Bob Marley, like he's just,
What a normie.
I know, right? Just like everybody's
Yeah,
like, oh,
but
reggae, you
just-
think Bob Marley.
He's just
But like
so
there's a lot
good,
of reggae
though.
artists, but
it's
like
root-
his
it's the
music
roots,
is really
man.
just
That's what matters, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing wrong with him being so well known. It's just because he's so good at what he did. And the songs
100%.
connect,
But there's
like it just so good.
his reach was worldwide compared to other
Mhm.
reggae artists.
Yeah.
But like there's a bunch, right? Like Steel Pulse, Bears Hammond, like there's a lot of
Oswald.
different reggae artists.
Murder,
so
she wrote.
I think
Murder, she
I
wrote.
think there's like a lot of influence by my parents' music, where it's mostly their generation of music, really, because that's all they bought. They weren't
Yeah.
buying like they
You
weren't
know who
buying
I actually
NSYNC or
liked a
anything.
lot reggae wise is Peter Huntingale.
Nice, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a song that a lot of people, because he's in a lot of songs. Actually, Dipset used one of his songs as a sample.
What did you just call
But
me?
huh?
What did you just call me?
I said Dipset. Not
Oh.
anyway.
Ignore him.
Anyway, Peter
Ignore-
Huntingale, he
ignore
has a
John.
lot of good reggae songs. So
What's that
the
mean?
song,
What's that mean? Don't listen to John.
Dipset anthem where it's like bum 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 ooh yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's his sample.
That's Peter Huntingale.
Yeah.
It's his
There's a
sample.
lot
Or
of-
is he on the track? Actually on the track.
Yeah, that's him like on the obviously the sample vocals. The
Oh, okay.
ooh.
There's a
him.
lot of songs that are like reggae influenced, right? Like a lot of rap songs, they like just have reggae vibes in it, or like they'll even just take the beat from a reggae song and put in like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
dubstep, the whole genre of dubstep is from reggae and Jamaican dub,
Mm,
or I should say Caribbean dub, because it's not just Jamaican.
yeah, dude, don't
Yeah.
be so selfish.
No, but being inclusive,
Yeah. for once.
Well, I mean, a lot of like reggae music came from like England too, you know, like where they moved over there for yeah. There's a lot of cool documentaries that I've watched like about that, like how they basically took a bunch of Jamaicans from Jamaica to come work over in Europe to like, you know, help their working class or something like that. And so like that kind of like there's a little mix of influence there with like the music. So it was really cool. But yeah, like that's kind of my answer. Like reggae. Nowadays I listen to everything. It's except country. Like I have like playlists that is just classical music, like legit just like pianos playing in the back. I listen to Nickelback. I'm sure I have like a song or two.
Sometimes Nickelback goes hard.
So that's actually something that I have an issue
Burn
with.
It to the Ground.
Like
wait, is that
Nickelback?
Is that joke? What's a concert that's 45 cents? It's 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. It's a terrible joke.
So annoying.
Get out of here with your dad jokes.
So annoying. I absolutely love it.
You plague our group chats with these enough. We don't need this here.
Like I feel like Nickelback, they make fun of that band so much, and like everybody hates on them and blah blah blah. Dude,
they have bangers.
But back in the day, everybody loved Nickelback.
Yeah.
The very first
I don't know why
song for the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. It was Hero, right?
Hero, yeah.
Dude, that song was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That song's still on my playlist, yeah.
And it's like
Photograph.
How you look at this photograph? Sorry, I didn't mean like, for it to be
Pee Wee Herman
in front of it, but yeah.
That was too good.
It's like Pee Wee Herman, Louis Armstrong. Like,
what
we're going for here, but it's definitely not Nickelback.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. Anyway,
like at all.
Yeah. I did have a couple of other questions, but unfortunately we are running out of time. And I know, Diego, you have a family that you need to get back to. So we don't want to keep you any
kidnapping. Right?
Yeah, we don't want to keep you any longer than necessary, even though I think at the beginning before we started recording, you said like, "Oh, thank God, I get to escape. These guys are what was it? Something like that."
This guy.
What? Yeah.
I'm gonna pour me another one.
Yeah, get after it, buddy. Get after it. But yeah, guys, this was really awesome, and I obviously music is a similar topic to movies or TV shows, or even for me, Disney. Like it's something that you could just talk about for a really, really long time and go into depth about it and stuff. But the next time that we do talk about this, whenever that is, I was hoping that we would be able to share some like memories that we have that are specifically tied to a specific song. Like I know Diego was saying before, like he has a whole album that he connects with like his whole family being together and like all his siblings and all that kind of stuff. And just stuff like that. So I just, we'll touch on that another time. But before we wrap up, Andrew, could we please get in touch with that, that soundtrack one more time? If you could just list off a couple of songs that are on there, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. No worries. Listen, we actually have a box set sale going on for
it's just the same CD over and over and over again. Because that's what happens now. That's what I call
depression 1 through 4. It's got a bunch of songs on there from the 90s, 2000s. You're thinking like living La Vida Loca. You want some Ricky Martin? Like for us, it's just living. Like I'm just out there surviving. Like you know what I mean? There's like Mambo number 5. You want to do some of that? No, you can't mambo anymore. My hips don't work like that. Like I need to go to chiropractic. You know what I mean?
I need 5 minutes to catch my breath. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to listen to like Smooth by Santana? Like I'm not smooth anymore. That's not a thing. Like that was way years ago. So there's a bunch down there.
Cisco.
You want to hang out? Yeah, there's some Cisco.
Oh, we're wearing grannies now. Can't even.
Yeah, it's 100%. It's about
fit in a.
Abort.
But listen, just go out there, buy the box set of Now That's What I Call Depression, volumes 1 through 4. And
there's 4.
Yeah, just 1, 2, 4. This whole thing, I've been adding up more.
We promise you will be dead before you even finish.
So bad.
That's so messed
But
up.
first-
Get your loose leaf papers ready.
Oh my gosh.
But
I'm
first,
so
just pay
excited.
these 4 installments of $15.99 plus shipping and handling.
Oh
Give us your
man.
money,
100%.
and
This
then-
is like the ad like late at night on TV.
I'm so
Sponsored by
so
Gillette.
excited for our first sponsor to be something that's like mental health related. And then we have this
BetterHelp.
playing. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And then this playing with it. You'll be dead before you finish. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Diego, again, thank you for being our special guest. You're always welcome. So if there's another time that works with you, your schedule and your family as well, and we're not taking away from them, we would love to have you another time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. And rather than asking you guys to do it, I'm going to take care of this one. And I'm going to run that outro.